Pose a question to you. I know you didn't want us to necessarily go into the the scholarly side, but I would say I know that you are in business for yourself, and you have been for a long time. I commend that. In the community, you also work specifically with health and empowering Black women to get to know more about their bodies, about taking care of themselves, about growing their hair naturally. And you've received many accolades and many positive responses about how well your products work, about how much work you're doing. So you are an example of someone who are actually self-employed and entrepreneur. So how did you get into that? Because as long as I've known you, I've never known you to work for anybody else, and you live you live well. So please.
Yeah, well, for me, my path when I was 17, when I began to study my history, one of the first things that I wanted to establish for myself was freedom of time. Because it's not so much of just being able to extract the power of our past, as Dr. Umar was talking about, but to affect our present. And so for me, I wanted to be able to be an infopreneur, that I would be able to have a wealth of knowledge, but be able to regurgitate that back to the masses of my people, but live it as an example. And so every time I have an opportunity to talk to someone, I know that there's a deeper issue. So if there's a health issue, it resonates with their spirit and their mind. So that's just the world of effects. So each time I have an opportunity to talk to someone about being an entrepreneur, I let them know that, listen, the masses are going to come when the house is built. Only 1% is going to come and build it. So you have to understand that you have to know that your product or your service, you have to say, look, a goal without a plan is a wish. I'm going to break this down in 3 levels: short term, mid-term, and long term. I have to have the discipline, the dedication. So instead of me opening up my shop at 5 o'clock as a Black entrepreneur, I need to be there at 4:30. I need to have a smile. I need to have my products nicely displayed. I have to understand that as the stigma that masses of Black people have about going to a Black business, a Black service, that I have to have excellent service. And each time that I give excellent service, I know that's going to impact another person. Because the way we impact our people is not just with the oral, but by the example. And that's the power that we have to bring.